What's cracking YouTube? What's going down? Your boy Pizzle4420 coming at you. Another late night, early morning kickoff. I don't know, it's about 1 a.m., how your boy likes to do it. Come in here late on a Friday, Saturday morning. Let's see what's cracking with my peoples. See how their week went. See what the plans for the weekend is. Yada, yada, yada. Yada, they do. Yada, I mean. Whatever you're doing. I hope you're doing it good. And I hope you're doing it right. Well, thanks for the like. Whoever you are, appreciate you coming through. I just need some views. You know how I do it. Yeah, I'm going to smoke up. Oh, what up, G? Good to see you. I hit you up on IG, but you never got back to me. What up, Anthony Estrada? How you doing? How you doing, Anthony? Just chilling? You know how we do it. Just chillaxing, doing a do. Yeah, what up, D Menace? Hope you're having a good night. Everybody's doing good, getting ready for the weekend. It's about to be Raiders on Sunday. Wish it was Raiders all day, every day, all week, but it ain't. But got to get in where we fit in. About to fire up right now. But, yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm about 10 minutes from SFO. G, you should have told me you was going over there. Oh, I hope you have a safe ride home, though, or whatever. But, yeah, you should have told me you was coming over. Would have been all good. Oh, yeah, the Niners advanced, huh? Well, all right. Yeah, well, that's good. At least the Dodgers made it. Surprised they're not out in the first round. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Connecticut's kind of cool, but it gets kind of cold up there, G. Oh, cool. Right on. That sounds like a cool time. Nothing wrong with that. Got to spend some time with your daughter, some you and her time. It's very important, and it's her new job. Awesome. She needs that. She needs that little support from her mom. Going way out there and stuff. It's gonna be kind of a trip for her. I don't know if she's already been out there or what, but she definitely will definitely need that mom support. You know, everybody needs that extra mom love. I'm just taking my mom just got back from breaking her hip, and so I've just been I just been taking care of her, helping her get in and out of bed. Yeah, yep, it is. But it's California. The insurance rate have gone up like 30% or something in California. It's crazy. Just watching Raiders, taking care of my mom. The usual stuff. Talking Raiders content. How I do's it. Chilling with my boy Raider Ben, my boy Westside Media, and Nutty Raider Nate. You know how we do's it. chill. Get our podcast on Sundays at 7:30. Just Win Baby Podcast. Go check us out. Well, yeah, I've been helping, man. I've been doing that for the last couple of years. Well, actually, like the last 3 years. My dad died. I helped the last, like 6 months, 3 months of doing that. Because when he only lived about 3 months after getting diagnosed. See, March, April, May, yeah, it was about 3 months. And then after that, my mom's just been, taking care of my mom. Yeah, we definitely got to get the W. But yeah, it's hard when she took a fall, broke her hip. Oh, I'm definitely a Raider though, D Menace. I'm a Raider. I'm a Raider though. And that's my boy Nutty Raider Nate. Yeah, she just came back from the rehab center like 2 weeks ago, last week. They've got her on oxycodone or oxycontin, whatever. But your boy's trying to lean her off of that shit. I don't like her being on that shit. So I'm trying to give her some ibuprofen. And I saved the oxycodone for her when she's doing her right now she's still got physical therapy twice a week, so I try not to I don't want to just give her to her if she's not in hella pain. I don't want her getting addicted to that shit. It's only like 0.005 grams or 0.05 or whatever. It's just like a little half a pill. And it's like on a big package. You got to push them out and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I don't want my mom getting used to having to use that shit. No, I'm really crucial in that shit. Yeah, I hear you. If you think Aiden O'Connell's going to make the difference, that's cool. But I think it's going to be I think it's a lot more than that. There's a lot more things going on with that than that. Anthony Estrada, you got to stop Colton Miller from getting his shit pushed in. You got to get the center for. You got to. I can't remember his name right now, but you got to keep that center from getting pushed back. You got to get these guys making nice running lanes and shit, and then we got to find a guy that can see the hole. It's not just one thing, dude. It's a culmination of things. If it was just one thing, then I could say, yeah, it's going to be the quarterback. Are people going to be happy about AOC coming in? Sure, but I don't know. We'll see. What happens if what happens if he goes in there and puts up 63? Well, that's awesome. What happens if he goes in and throws 4 interceptions and shit? We don't know what's going to happen yet. Because he does the same shit Gardner Minshew does, right? When the pressure comes on, he throws the ball up, and it gets picked off. That's what happened. That's why I lost the job in preseason, because of the pick 6. Come on. Everybody knows it. And then the last couple of weeks that he's been in, that he's gone down and scored a touchdown, for me, it's just been on garbage time. Those guys aren't trying to stop anything or anybody. They're just in there going to motions. Yeah, we're definitely stuck with Devontae. I already kind of figured we were going to be stuck with him because I already knew the Jets didn't have any money, and neither did the Aints, and that's where he wants to go. He wants to go to either of those two teams. Maybe he wants to go to the Commanders. I don't know. Maybe he wants to go hang out there with the new kid. That's his business, man. He ain't doing what he needs to do over here. I don't know why they would want him to go over there if he's dropping balls over here. He's just magically going to start catching everything that they throw to him over there. And if that's the case, then he's just a giant piece of shit. some of this is Devontae's fault. He didn't even show up for camp, dude. Now, I understand you had a kid, but you didn't even show up and put any time in. Then you didn't want to play preseason. I'm too good for preseason. Well, what the fuck, dude? How are you gonna do it? How are you gonna have camaraderie with these guys? How are you gonna have any kind of, last year is last year. Everything's year to year. So, I'm just dumbfounded on how these dudes do this shit. I don't expect how you expect to, come in and make millions of dollars. Look, I understand you had a kid, and everybody has the right to have a couple of weeks off or whatever, a week or two off. But look, dude, you just had 9 months off. Like what? From December until basically December until what? September? August? 6, 7 months, bro. 7, 8 months. That's all. What were you doing for 7 or 8 months? Now all of a sudden, it's time to. Your job is only 18 weeks a year, bro. And when those 18 weeks are, and when it's time to show up for work. It's July until fucking December, unless you go into the playoffs, and then it's until January or February. That's just the way it is. I don't blame them for taking time off, but what I do blame them is for taking the extra time off. And then just coming in there and be like, no, I'm not going to play preseason. I'm going to do what I want. I run the team. I know the coach told me that I'm going to play, but I'm going to tell the coach to fuck off. I'm going to do what I want. And if you don't like it, fuck it. I'm going to fake a hamstring injury because I don't want to play with this quarterback, and I'm just going to ride it out. And I'm going to tell them I want to trade. I just don't like it here anymore. These guys act like it's the NBA and shit. Like they got a choice. Fool, you signed a contract. We got your ass. You don't have any fucking say. Basketball is a little bit different, dude. An individual can make a difference. But in football, if you ain't the quarterback, you're just another guy. It didn't help. It didn't help Jerry Rice any. It didn't help. It didn't help Terrell Owens. It didn't help any of these dudes. Michael Carter, any of these guys. Once they lock you in, you locked in. These guys are all prima donnas, cry babies. Every single wide receiver is a crybaby. Me. If it's up to Devontae Adams, he'd get the ball 100% of the time. Because, in his mind, he's always open. And he might be. But, it's not just about you. But that's neither here nor there. I hope AOC comes in and don't shit the bed. I hope we get the W. The Pittsburgh is hurt. They got a lot of people on IR, and we got some hurt players, and but we have fewer hurt players than they do, and their real terror is T.J. Watt, and if we can somehow keep him under our thumb, under wraps, we'll be good. Hopefully. But we're going to have to, we're basically going to have to play them like we played the Ravens, because that's pretty much what it is. They got a running quarterback that's all right with his accuracy, and we got to stop the run. It is what it is. We got to stop the run, and we got to make them beat us throwing the ball. We haven't stopped the run all year. I don't know what makes us think we're going to do it tonight, or this weekend, but that's what we're going to have to do. We got to turn them one-dimensional. Oh, yeah. That's what I like to do, D-. That's what I like to do. Blow money clouds. But yeah, what else do we need to do? We obviously got to keep them in long and second and long, third and long situations, and we want to be in second and third short situations. We want to get the play action pass going. You know, the most important thing that I'm going to be looking for in AOC to see if he's done any kind of any improvement is it's going to be I'm going to be looking at his footwork and how fast the ball comes out. And if you want to go down the field, dude, you're going to have to hold the ball. So, what up, Raider Rich? Oh, right on. Having a good time, huh? I hope you enjoyed your movie. But yeah, I mean, I hope he comes in there and gets the job done. I don't, like I said last week, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I don't care who the quarterback is. I want to win. I don't care who the coach is. I want to win. I don't care who the guy is catching the ball. I want to win. Like back in the day when players had, oh, what up, baby love? When players were loyal to to the organizations, got long-term contracts, you had a lot more continuity. It takes a long time for teams, especially offensive lines, to gel, and get to know each other because you really want to start thinking like each other. They want to be, you want to be one cohesive unit. It's hard to do that when you got people on rotation every year, year after year after year. It's rough. It's rough out there. It's almost as rough as being a Raider fan. Haha, that's pretty rough. But yeah, and then on the flip side, right? We don't have Christian Wilkins. We don't got Koontz. Epps and mediocre. Not really worried about that guy too much. Spillane's decent, but I don't know about Diablo and Masterson. I don't know. Those two guys got me with big old question marks. Well, yeah, Jack Jones, I think he's been getting toasted the last few weeks, but yeah, the honeymoon's over for Jack Jones. It's been over for the last few games. He's got to step his game up. He's got to stop playing around and take this shit serious. Crosby's going to be back in the game. Hopefully, he's got his high ankle sprain is all right. And these guys are out there dancing today, looking like a bunch of clowns. I couldn't understand that. Oh shit! G's gonna go live when you get home, huh? All right. All right. You gotta let me know when that happens, G, so I can go check it out. You going live on your channel? Yeah, you're used to being up right now, huh? You're 3 hours ahead, huh, G? Yep. That's crazy ass. That's crazy. Oh, shit. She said an hour. She got to be pushing the pedal to the floor. See, I might still be awake in an hour. Yeah, I'll be awake. Yeah, so what's cracking with you guys? We got smoking, you drinking? What's your plans for tomorrow? What'd you do tonight? What's up? What you want to talk about? Raiders. Yeah, we got to get this fucking. We got to get this. What up, Dart? We got to get this fucking pirate ship off the sandbar. These motherfuckers. Every time we think we're about to get out into the fucking open water, these motherfuckers sandbar as shit. You know, I don't know. I know everybody's like, I understand that this isn't AP's roster, but that wasn't Josh McDaniels' roster either. Just so we know, just so we understand that. It's just crazy. So it's going to be about three more years. I don't know. I think okay. So let me talk about this though. So they just fired Robert Saleh, right? So I would like to bring Robert Saleh in for the defensive coordinator this year. And if AP, I guess if AP works out to give him another year, give him 2 years, right? See what he does, and go from there. I think Patrick Graham has had a few years to get what he needs done, and he ain't getting it done. And he's going to have to go. His defense is atrocious right now. Oh, what up, SoCal? But yeah, I just I think that should be definitely should be a plan. It's definitely to bring Robert Saleh in as a defensive coordinator. I think that Graham has definitely had his time to do what he needs to do and to get who he needs to get. Although we didn't really draft anybody on the defense this year, we went all offense. And that's what they're trying to say that don't exist. That's why they say that we come from monkeys and shit, or that we were created by some Anunnaki or some shit. You believe what? You believe that we came from Anunnaki? You think that they bred us to fucking dig up gold for them? So you know that supposedly the Anunnaki left the Rothschilds in charge of the system, right? So the Rothschilds have been gathering up all the gold for the Anunnaki, supposedly. So it's a trip. There's some other stuff about the Rothschilds that a lot of you probably don't know. Yeah, the Anunnaki. Yeah. Yeah, they were lazy. And I don't blame them. Getting the gold out of the earth is hard work. Why do you think when man sees gold and shit, his eyes light up? It's imprinted in our DNA. We see gold, we get that gold fever like, oh shit. Oh yeah. The earth is flat, Dark. Go look at NASA. Go look at the UN. Go look at who else has got the flat earth map? There's all these organizations got the flat earth map, yo. Think that's just a coinky dink? If it wasn't, what would they need something flat for if it was a globe? What would they need a flat earth map for if it was a globe? Yeah, I know what NASA said. Well, the other thing, NASA's the only person that's ever given you a picture of the planet, and it's all CGI. They even tell you it's CGI. But, that's neither here nor there. Everybody wants to believe what they want to believe. I'm not here to tell people the earth is flat or not. I can tell you right now, I live right on the coast, and I can, at 7 miles, I believe that's how far the Farallon Islands are at 7 miles. That means 6.6 inch, 6 foot 6 inches per mile. Drop radius means that the Farallon Islands should be like 42 feet below sea level, and I shouldn't even be able to see them. But yet I can look right out my window, and there they are. No, well, I don't. It's not. I don't think it's a hologram though. Or I'm not saying it's a hologram, Dark. But there is a point where it does go down, and it looks like it goes dark, right? It does go dark, right? That's why it says new moon, right? There is no moon. Sometimes there's no moon in the sky. Do you know what they mean by once in a blue moon? Oh yeah, I seen their little bullshit cables and all their things. Dude, the what is that? The space station is only like 85 miles above the 85,000 feet above the Earth or something, dude. They ain't doing nothing. They actually got a copy of the space station in a pool, and a dude almost drowned like 3 months ago, almost drowned to death, and they can't even do that stuff in the pool anymore. You're gonna need more than a beer, bro. There's anything the government has ever told you is a lie, so I don't know why you would believe them. Rockefeller created the educational system to create workers, not mind thinkers. That's why everybody's delusional right now with all this, because they can't. They're fractured. They're what their ego would get crushed if they realize all these little people that are running around all brainwashed. They would be crushed. They're going to be crushed once they find out that they've been lied to. That's why they can't admit it to themselves. They're in denial. They're running around in denial right now because they can't face the fact that everything they've ever been told their whole life is a lie. Everything their parents have been told is a lie. Everything our grandparents' has been a lie. Like, how can you believe anything? and then they rewrite all the books. They rewrite all the history. You want to find out anything, you got to go to like 1920 or before, or maybe even before that. Okay, so let me tell you this. Israel was created by the Rothschilds. In 1918, Rothschild wrote a thing after World War I to England, but they didn't get around to it. They didn't get around to giving Israel until 1948, 1949, which was Palestine. And they gave that Palestine land was controlled by the English, and the English gave that to Israel, and they created Israel. That's how that went down. That's not Israel's land. It never was Israel's land. And it was always Palestine's. So, well, we do live in like a snow globe. Gee, there's no escape. That's why they say there's going to be an alien invasion or whatever. No, there's a firmament. There's no way in. Whatever is here is here. They're on the other side of the ice wall. No, they were fucking around with they weren't fucking around with space. They were fucking around with space travel. They was fucking around with like with the Blanca, which is the bell. The same thing like we were doing with the Philadelphia experiment and shit. What they were doing with the bell was they were making this thing called the mercury. And what the Nazis were trying to do with that is they were trying to go either back in time or forward in time. So that way, if they lost the battle, they could go back and, they could go back in time and then do their adjustments and win that battle. That's what they were thinking they were going to be doing with this new technology. I don't know if it ever worked or not, but I know that one popped up in Pennsylvania. You could look it up in like the 1960s or something. Look up Nazi bell in Philadelphia. It'll come up. There's all kinds of crazy shit going on. So when homeboy was Admiral Byrd went over to the Antarctica. When he went over there in like 46 or whatever, they had a big operation to go check out the Nazis to see if the Nazis were over there. And they got there. And so supposedly, I'm sure quite a few have heard this story. He took a flight out there, and for a while he was flying for a couple hours. There's nothing but ice. But then in the middle of it, he came across plush green lands and all kinds of resources like oil, kinds of coal, and stuff that they keep saying that you're running short on, right? And then supposedly he kept flying or whatever, and he flew into this thing, and his planes got controlled by this supernatural force or whatever that he flew into this. And they happened to be Nazis, and they were all flying these little discs or whatever. Oh, you're talking about well, to be honest, the Japanese were doing live what do they call that? They're basically dissecting live humans after they gave them smallpox and all kinds of other stuff, dude, to see what the damage were to their internal organs. On Braun, that guy was the worst guy of all time. He hung out he hung the least producing worker that was in his factory every day, just so that the other guys would keep working harder. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's where all this technology came from. Yeah, the Nazis were running around trying to find the spear of destiny and all this other stuff, doing, doing a lot of research. But, there's already other people doing that. All this stuff all this stuff has already been here. We're not getting new technology. They're just discovering it. Like there's a bunch of stuff under the ice in Antarctica that we don't even know of yet. They're saying all kinds of stuff can pathogens and viruses can defrost, and all kinds of crazy shit could happen. It's crazy. But yep, it's off the hook. We definitely doing that. All right, G. If you're live and I see you, I'll come by and say hello. Well, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's why that's why when you see Elon Musk's missiles or whatever go up and they hit that thing, you can see it's like water. You can see the resistance, and then it just dies out. It hits the top of the firmament. It can't penetrate the firmament. There's nothing that man can make that could break that. I think when you look up and you see the Milky Way, that's the big. It actually looks like that's where the big cut in the sky. Because remember, God tore a hole in the sky and let all the water in, right? And that's looks like where the Milky Way looks like that's where the tear was. If you could ever see it on your way up there. It says, I'm smacking this. It's time. It's a good time to be home with Cal. Yeah, I know it. Oh, that's crazy. You guys are making everybody hungry with In-N-Out. No pickles, no onions, no playing. Check it out, no delaying. To the donut. That's what I'm saying. Oh, shit. Yup. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just know that they've been feeding me a bunch of shit my whole life, and there's no way that I believe anything that they're gonna ever tell me. But yeah, I'm about to head out. It's good talking to you all for a little bit. Like I said, G, if you go live, I'll check you out. If not, I'll see you next time on my live. Dark, you have a good night. All eyes, everybody else. I'll check you guys out soon. Uh, Peace.